Well, Sarge and I welcome you to another edition of Conversational Shaving. Isn't that right, Sarge?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, hello there. How are you? I've already prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil. And my razor today is going to be this 3-piece non-adjustable Neillite 400 razor. And one side has like 8 scallops, the other side has only 4, making it more aggressive, but I think I'll just use both sides and it'll come out in the wash, so to speak. And my soap today is some of this Vergulde Hand. It's the original. I already had the extra frise, F-R-I-S, which I think means extra fresh. Well, this is the original, and I ordered the shave stick of this, but this is what they sent me. And I'll show you something else later that the same vendor on eBay sent me the wrong thing, but it turned out to be something I lacked anyway. And another one of those I'll show you in a little bit. Anyway, I have lathered with my Simpson Trafalgar T3 synthetic brush. And once again, because it's been treating me so well, I used this bowl, the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl, to lather in. So I'll go ahead and try to get a lather going on my face, and I hope you're all doing well out there. Yes, sir. Pretty nice. I've never bowl lathered one of these Vergulde Hand soaps before. I used this once since I got it off camera, and it seems to have lathered better as I supposed it would in the bowl. I previously had only lathered out of the little tub, in the little plastic tub. But this time I lathered first in the little tub, and then I put just a tiny little bit of water in this bowl and started lathering in here. This bowl works a lot better, I come to find out, with synthetic brushes. I think that's because of the little nubs in there can make the hairs come out of an animal bristle brush. Anyway, I don't think any of my synthetic brushes ever seem to shed for any reason. Maybe one has lost a couple of hairs, maybe when I first got it or something. I don't remember. Okay, here we go, pass number 1 with the grain, and maybe I might do the whole, well, it might be good to start out anyway with the more aggressive side of the razor. I got a new little kitty bed for Sarge. He uses it sometimes, but not always. If he decides to go lay somewhere else, he might lay on the other end of the couch, or he might lay on the floor or on the bed or something. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over, use what is technically the less aggressive side of the razor for this side of my face. But everything usually seems to come out in the wash when I use one of these razors, and since I don't want to have to rinse as often, I'm going to use both sides of the razor like I would with any any usual, I guess, double edge razor. Now I will go ahead and rinse. Okay. I also got Sarge some cat food. It's kind of expensive, and I didn't get a lot for my money, but some cat food for overweight cats. Because Sarge, as long as I've had him, he's always been kind of overweight. That's to say he was overweight when the fellow that had him before had him. I've been hearing rumors that that fellow passed away. He used to live right next door to me in the next apartment. But he had Parkinson's disease, and I'm not trying to put him down or speak ill of the departed, but he did like to drink a lot too. Anyway, excuse me. Now that fellow had Sarge on a kind of diet, but I found out from another neighbor of mine that that neighbor would sneak food over to Sarge because he felt that the fellow was being a little bit too strict with Sarge's diet. Sarge would just get a little tiny scoop of food about twice a day. Although to look at Sarge, he hadn't missed many meals. But I suppose it's also possible that Sarge is just a big cat and that's all there is to it. And lately I've been feeding him some tuna, which technically you're not supposed to do, or so I've heard, because tuna has a lot of mercury in it, supposedly, and we humans are supposed to limit our consumption of it. The cat's systems are supposed to be more delicate. But he likes that tuna better than he did his wet food I was giving him for a while. In fact, he would get so he seemed tired of his wet cat food and wasn't eating all of it, although he did prefer to see me take a partially open can of it out of the fridge. I guess so he knew he was getting it fresh. Just about every time I go to the fridge, even when I have no tuna or wet cat food, Sarge kind of glances up at the fridge, and if he's close enough to it, he'll look inside of it to see what's up in there. I'll be right back, and then we'll do pass number 2 across the grain. Well, I went ahead and lathered again off camera, as I usually do for the second and third passes and for pickups, but just so we can move along here. Across the grain, pass number 2. And while I was doing that, and while I had the camera on pause, Sarge was out there scratching at the door. But he doesn't like to stay in here when I do a video because I leave the door there closed, usually. Except most notably in, I think it was my video shave number 23, the same volume, volume 2, shave 23. If you haven't seen many of my videos and want to see an exceptionally exceptional one, a very different one, and if you know your Roman numerals, scroll down, scroll back, whatever, and look for video number 23. It's all volume 2 because I erased volume 1 a long time ago. Those videos weren't necessarily all that good anyway, excuse me. What I meant was the videos that I erased weren't that good, and I've had a couple of little meltdowns over the years and erased all my videos and ended up starting again. Incidentally, this soap, it seems to not dissipate as much, maybe just a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be dissipating now that I've bowl lathered it in the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl. Now, someone who apparently hasn't done a video in a while, a guy named Shave Tank, he tried this soap and ended up throwing it in the garbage can because he didn't like it. I think it was only $7 back then. It might be a little bit more now, because I couldn't, at least not right away, I couldn't find an American vendor that was selling this soap or any of these Vergulde Hand products. I'm probably butchering that name. It means the golden hand in Dutch. And it's a very old soap in the sense that they've been making and selling this soap since the 1500s. I'm not making that up. And if my eyes can be trusted, let's see. Anno, I think that means year. I think that says 1554. My eyes are a little bit, well, it's hard to read the fine print, but definitely since the 1500s sometime. So it's probably the shaving soap that's been made the longest, I guess. I don't know of a shaving soap that was made before that is still around anyway. So this comes to you from the Netherlands. Also, I'm supposed to have some tulip bulbs coming from there, if they ever get here. So I gotta have any tulip bulbs planted before the first frost. And that's pass number 2 done. I'll be back for pass number 3, against the grain. Incidentally, my blade in the razor, I forgot to tell you, is a Personna Red blade on its first use. So, sorry I didn't tell you that earlier. I may have to put a comment down somewhere on the screen for earlier. Oh, let's see, against the grain. I'll start on my neck this time. I don't mind this soap. It's got a mild, kind of soapy scent that's unique to it. Each soap that has a soapy scent, a regular soapy scent, does have its own unique scent. But it's not at all a strong scent. Maybe a 1 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's not an overpowering scent by any means. I'll go ahead and rinse the razor again. Okay, continuing on here. There's still plenty of soap in that bowl. I can make this lather a little poofier. I think I just hadn't gone back to the bowl yet. I was just using what was in the brush. But anyway. So this is a very serviceable soap, it's a decent soap. It's not the best I've ever used, and it's far from the worst. You might want to just get a paste on the brush though from the tub, and then put a little water in a good bowl and bowl lather this soap. I found it works better for me, but I've given myself a little weeper. Oh well. Okay. Except for that little weeper, the shave has been going pretty well. Okay, let's see. Time to do here, above the lip. Okay, hope I didn't give myself any weepers up above the upper lip there. And now I will be right back for pickups. Well, I do have some more weepers up here, and that one's still kind of there. But anyway, Sarge and I would like to welcome you to pickup time. And as you can see, Sarge is more than enthused. See the magical clock over there, Sarge? Yeah. Welcome to pickup time. Say hello again, Sarge. All right. I think I got some foam on Sarge there. Okay. All right, Sarge. I'll let you back out. Go ahead. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. And here we go. Pickups. These Personna Red blades can bite me. I know that sounds kind of bad. They can bite me. No, I mean, they can give me little weepers, especially in one of these razors. One of my two Neillite 400 razors. This one's brown, the other one, you might not be able to tell, and the other one's black. It's a darker color. I'm going to rinse this and go over my neck one more time. check these trouble spots. Hey, that's pretty good. A little bit down here that I felt. Trouble spot over here, not too bad. That one's harder to get to BBS than the one on this side. Okay. Let's see, maybe a little something there. This is probably a BBS shave or very close to it. I don't know how long I really want to stand here trying to gild the proverbial lily. This is pretty much a BBS shave, or at least it's in that range. I could probably shave my skin off trying to perfect it, make it 100%, but yeah. Oh, there's a little something there. That's better. I'll rinse everything off, including my face, and I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Say hello to Mr. Towel. Oh. Not too much audio feedback on the neck, that's good. A little bit of audio feedback that I heard there anyway, but not too much. Most of the stubble got mowed down pretty good. And let me put Mr. Towel back where he goes. I'll do a brief recap and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. So, okay. Put Mr. Towel there. Now, before I got started, I prepped my face with Village Barber shaving oil. Did that off camera beforehand, and I let that soak in while I was doing all my lathering. My razor has been this 3-piece, mostly Bakelite, by the way, Neillite 400 razor, and my soap has been this Vergulde Hand or Hand, very long made. A soap that's been made since the 1500s, shaving soap from the Netherlands. And my brush, I used a short brush because the tub is kind of small and the little puck in there is too. So I used the Simpson Trafalgar T3 synthetic brush. And I bowl lathered in this, the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl. It kind of accordions shut like that. But I'll leave it open to kind of finish drying it out. And let's see, oh, and my razor, I almost forgot to tell you again, was, the blade was a Personna Red blade on its first use. Right there. Okay, now I'm going to apply some of the Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. Okay, here we go, if I can find the opening there. No alcohol in this. Very nice. A very light lavender scent from this. The Thayers Lavender Witch Hazel. Next, since I don't have the Vergulde Hand aftershave that I ordered, I got something else instead. I'm going to use the Denim 1976, I think it is. 1976, I think. And that's the variety. Let me open this. It's got a great scent. Quite a bit stronger than the soap, but it'll be okay to use with the soap, I think. Get a little bit going on the wrists, up behind the ears, temples, back of the neck. Oh, that smells divine, but quite a bit of sting because I shaved so closely. But that's okay. Let me put the lid back on that and show you again. The Denim 1976 variety aftershave. I've got about 6 varieties of denim aftershave. And finally, here's what that vendor from eBay sent me instead. Maybe they can't send alcohol through the mail from Holland, I don't know, but they sent me the Vergulde Hand. It's the aftershave balsam or balm, which I was planning on getting anyway, but now I've got it. And I don't know if I can get that aftershave because I think it has alcohol in it, and they may not be able to mail it from here. I mean, from there to here. Plus, this stuff, the balm or balsam, for some reason, for a couple of weeks, I think, was stuck in customs in Chicago. But it finally got here. I don't know. Maybe they just had a backlog of things in customs or something. I don't know. But it was at a U.S. mail sorting center. And when I called to ask about it, the person I talked to said that it was just in customs. And I was afraid that it was the regular aftershave, not the balm, and that they were going to send it back because they figured it had alcohol in it. But that's it, folks. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you for watching on behalf of myself, Sarge the Cat, and Mr. Towel. Peace, and have a great week ahead.